So in this video, I'm going to go over quiz 1, okay, for Mock 1, which we took last Friday. So again, I'm going to orient you on a few things, and I won't go over that after the first one. So these percentages up here are the percentages that all of the classes made on each of these questions. And then this is the version. So what I'm going over is version A. So if you have version B, then A's version 1 is B's version 4, okay? So which of the following statements is true, okay? So our key word here is true, right, y'all? True, okay? So all diameters are chords. That's true, yes? Okay. A radius is 2 times the length of a diameter. No, the diameter is 2 times the radius. All chords are diameters. No, all diameters are chords, but not the other way around, okay? And then a sector intersects a circle at 2 points. You don't even know what a sector is right now, okay? So it actually intersects the circle at 3 points. But some of y'all confuse this word sector with secant, and they're not the same term, okay? So we haven't even covered that term yet. So then down here, again, 64.8% of all the geometry students got this one correct. Circle P is dilated from circle P prime, which statement's always true. So the circle P prime is equal to the radius. Okay, if it was dilated, is it going to be is a radius going to be equal to the radius? Definitely not. Okay. A length of any chord in circle P is greater than the length. So a chord is greater than the length of another chord. Again, we don't know if it's greater because we don't know how it dilated. So no. The diameter of circle P is greater, again, than the diameter of circle P prime. Again, we don't know that because we don't know how the circle dilated, okay? Then it says the ratio of the diameter, so that's 2 times the radius, to the circumference, which is what? 2 times the radius times pi, is the same for both circles. So what we're looking for here is, do we have a variable left or not? And we don't here, right? Why? Because 2r cancels out 2r, so we're left with 1 over pi. And because there's no variable, then the ratios are going to always be the same. So if you're left with no variable, then that's why your answer is the ratios are the same. And again, keyword, ratio, diameter, circumference, same. Okay? All right, which of these arcs is the greatest measure? So we're looking at UT. So actually, let's do this first. Notice that these two are vertical to one another, so that's 41. This one's 90, right? So couldn't we find WR up there, or WQR, this one right here, by doing what? 180 minus our 90 plus 41, which is 131. So if we do that, for that arc up there, we get 49. What I got? Yeah, 49 degrees. Okay, so this one up here is 49. So this is what I like to do first, is find all of this, right? And then this part right here was 18, and that one was 41. So again, I would do 180 minus 18 plus 49 would be, or 41 would be, what is that, 59? So subtract 59 from there. And that's 121, right? Okay, so find all of those first. Then we're going to find our arcs. So let's look at, we'll do these with different colors, okay? Just so you guys can clearly see them. So let's go here first. Let's do blue. Okay, so UT is that one right there. So that one was 121, right? Then TV is this one right here. So that would be 121 plus 41. 121 plus 41. Isn't that going to be 162, y'all? Yep, okay. VR, arc VR. VR is that one right there. So that's 90 plus 49. So that's going to be 139, right? And then our last one is... let's change this to green. There we go. Okay, so our last one, move that out of the way, is UW. UW is that one right there. So we're going to add 90 plus 30 or 41. So that one's going to be 131. So obviously you can see that the 162 is the greatest. This was the most missed question on this test, y'all, or on this assessment. So it says circle B is congruent to circle E. It says the angle CBD, this angle right here, is congruent with that angle. And we know that because it's got an arc and an arc, right? So what does that tell us about these chords? We know that CD is equal to FG, right? So we're going to say 7x equals x squared. So now I want to show y'all something because I'm pretty sure I know why some of y'all missed this. 7 times x is equal to x times x. So can't we divide an x out on both sides, guys? Indeed, we can. Let me scroll up here. So if I divide an x out there and I divide an x out there, then all the x's are gone from there, and the x's are gone, one of the x's is gone from there. So 7 is equal to x. But it says to find FG. So what do we have to do with that? We got to put it back in. So over here, FG is equal to 7 squared, which is 49, right? And then how do we check it? Our check is to put it back in the other one. 7 times 7 is also 49. So most people chose 7 is their answer, okay? And the reason it wasn't 7 is because it says to find FG. You guys got to do a better job at reading, okay? All right, number 5, an angle whose vertex is the center of the circle. Vertex is at the center of the circle is what kind of a angle? Center, central. Center, central. That's the way you keep it straight, guys, okay? Which line is a secant? Now, a secant, which is a secant? Okay, first of all, I know this is a line that intersects 2 times. Intersects a circle 2 times. So what's the only line that intersects a circle 2 times? It is line M right here. Y'all see it? 1, 2. This one up here is the tangent because it intersects it once, y'all. QR is a chord, and PQ doesn't is a radius, right? QR is a diameter and a chord. PQ is a radius, okay? RWR is a tangent to circle S at R, and WT is a tangent at circle S at T. Find WT. Well, we know that these two are congruent, right? Because they originate from the same point and they're both tangents. So we're going to do 1/2 x plus 4, and that's going to be equal to x minus 6, okay? So we could multiply everything across the board by 2, and I know how much y'all love fractions. So that would be my suggestion, because then that gets rid of your fraction, and you don't have to deal with it anymore. So 2 is the reciprocal of 1/2, so this actually cancels each other out. Remember, you're multiplying this by both things, so this is x plus 8, okay? Again, distributing that, right? So 2x minus 12, okay? So then we're going to subtract x from both sides. So that's x. We're going to add 12 to both sides, because that's now gone. So x is equal to 20, okay? Now here again, some of y'all chose B, a bunch of y'all chose B, okay? And this was a 58.7% question. The answer was not B, because we have to do what? Find WT. So to find WT, we're going to do 20 WT equals 20 minus 6, which is 14. You guys got to read the questions, okay? It says a tangent to a circle, a tangent to a circle is blank to the radius. So we got a radius here, and it's asking what kind of relationship is there between a radius and a tangent. It's a right angle. And what does a right angle mean? Perpendicular, right? So that's what that is. Those lines are perpendicular. The line and the tangent and the radius are perpendicular, okay? So here's our last two. Find the segment indicated by the question mark, okay? So here we go. We have what is that? A radius, and this is our tangent, right? So where those two intersect is a right angle. So we're going to use our a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now where is c? Always. It's opposite the right angle, right? So this is c, and it doesn't matter which of the other two are. So we could just say a squared plus 12.8 squared is equal to 16 squared. Sorry, trying to find my paper. Okay, so when I do, I'm going to leave a squared here. And when I do 12.8 squared, I got 163.84. And this was 256. Subtract the 163.84 to both sides. And that gives us, I guess we could have left that question mark. Question mark is equal to, and this is going to be question mark squared, right? Or a squared. Doesn't matter which one, right? Actually, I'll just leave it a squared for now. This is a squared, right? So that's going to be equal to, subtract the 163.84 from 256. That gives us 92.16, okay? And then we got to take the square root of that, don't we? Take the square root of both sides, because what we want is the a, which is the question mark, right? And so the square root of 92.16 is going to be 9.6. Okay? Last one. Given the pie chart below, find the measure of angle BAD, round to the nearest whole degree. Okay, so we're looking for BAD. So BAD is right there. So that has to do with all of this part of the chart. So we're going to do, this is our algorithm, remember. 1, find the percent. 2, change to a decimal. 3, multiply by 360. Okay, that's what we're going to do every time. So we're going to do this now out here. We're going to do 13 plus 27. That's 40, isn't it, y'all? So then we're going to change that to a decimal. Okay, that means we're going to move it 2 places to the left, divide it by 100, whatever you want to do. And then we're going to multiply 0.4 times 360. 0.4 times 360 is, guess what, 144.